Hi Anti-Society, welcome back to the Antisocial Planet. Today we are checking out some more Tower of God Webtoon, and I'm starting to get stressed, okay? We've seen the fissure between our characters that should all be working together, but I can also understand why we're not. I just don't like it. Seeing how Bam is like dealing with the fact that he's going to have to make decisions that aren't necessarily helping the people that he cares about. Khun is also injured because of his fight with Hats, so I feel like maybe that's gonna come back at some point. And most important of all, my sweet boy Rock is injured, and I feel like there must be blood for that. So we'll see how this all turns out. Starting with chains is never good, is it? Long time no see. What have do we not meet up with each other? He's got the new sword, right? We also have the new sword. You brought them as prisoners. I'm so upset because that was like the point. The point was to capture them. I understand, but like my sweet Rock. Oh, he's injured. Kill him a lot. I like the sass of, oh, you got beat by someone who's not even part of the families. It's like, you'd probably be dead. The back and forth there don't seem like a united front, do they? Which may be to our advantage. Except we're also fissured. Dang. He's not a freak, he is Rock. He's my darling boy, and I will fight for him. I like that it just turned out that way. Very blasé. No, you cannot have him. I know he said his name, and I know that I have said his name, but you cannot have him. He already has a light-haired turtle. I feel like there's gonna be a bit of a showdown between these two. There seem to be butting heads a little bit. Yeah, the auction makes me very uncomfortable. Selling people is never a good thing, so here we are. Aiming high. It makes me very uncomfortable. They're also talking about like money. You're not the true ruler. I probably could have told you that. You seem like you're also stuck here, right? I think for all of us being like, Kaiser's like the enemy and the person that we need to go up against, the person whose name we need to take, but it also feels like also a prisoner in this station, right? Put here as someone to make sure no one escapes, but also like probably as a punishment, right? We just don't know the backstory. I don't want to find out. I'm good. Hello? Yeah, there's a lot going on. Ooh, is it one of ours? Flashback. Or like them acknowledging that they like seen where they were, right? With all the like craters that we had before where they were defeated. I don't like that. There's just like blood. If he is no named, okay, no, he's named. I was like, if you are no named, how do I now know your name? But that, I'm sorry. I apologize if they feel like they're worth saving. Has that ever happened? I guess maybe if they wander in by accident or they're just like, I want to see what it is. I guess they need some way of getting their family members back. Oh, live forever as the ranker who bought them. That seems like a bad time. So we need to get them back ASAP. Yeah, no, that's what we're doing, isn't it? Just selling people now to be like owned by someone forever and do whatever they want, which has never gone wrong at any point in history. Oh, now we're worried. Oh, we were dealing with some stuff. Don't worry about it. Oh, look at their little faces because they're like, one, our friends are gone, but more importantly, Rock. They feel the same way as me. See, immediately. Khun's, we need to save Rock, the top three, okay? The original. Oh, his bandaged arm and everything. It's okay, we're figuring this out. Some infighting. Oh, look at Ren's little legs. Sorry. I know he's vicious, powerful, but he is also pocket-sized and I love him. Yeah, I feel like we're gonna loop back to fighting them in some way if we don't come up with an alternative plan. Yeah, we got a new wrench in the plan now too, is that we also have hostages we have to get back. It wasn't, but they also got the ignition weapons. How did you get placed here though? Yeah, the contrast there. Does the family not want him? Is he like here to be punished in some way or to be kept out of the way? Or is he like hiding from something, right? Is he choosing to be here instead of out and about? 100 years ago too. I wonder if the timing. Ooh, hello? Yeah, huh? That's how I feel too. What does it mean indeed? Begun? Is this the festival that's happening? Yeah, there's a lot going on right now that you're just like throwing at me in succession. Oh, cool. I have to find a way to get up there? I feel like it's probably not great that only one person can open this seal. I understand like probably it's a safety precaution thing or like a security thing, but like I feel like that's gonna come back at some point. I don't think you understand him if you're like Pride. Ooh, do we know what's going on? Are we paying attention, Rock? Are we pretending to be out of it? Because I would very much appreciate if we had some kind of plan brewing. Good questions. What is that thing? Is this like the invitation? Oh, auction. Cool, cool. Add to list of the crazy messed up things that the families have done. Are we gonna maybe meet some more of the families then if they're all showing up as like auctioneers? It's a lot of exposition, but thank you for your service, Red. Cool, so we got like another battle royale going on. Dang, 1,000 years. We got some of them though. So we're like on a bit of a time limit if we want to get these names. Oh, okay, cool. No, we're fighting immediately. We're immediately having to fight Endorsey. Gotcha. Don't remember agreeing to this, but sure. I like the, if possible, I would like all of the name to be there. That feels like a threat of, so everyone needs to be there. They'll all be disposed of. That's all. Bye. It needs to get you in the same place, fight each other. Only one can make it through. And you got to do it because there's like lives on the line. Yeah, like they're going to try and take you both out, have you take each other out instead of having to deal with you, which is like I said before, a lot of how this station seems to work is like causing infighting, right? As opposed to actually trying to get out of the cycle of being stuck in the station. Yep, it's definitely backing you into a corner. I like how Ren immediately was like, what a pain. Thank you, random new companions. Yeah, we got a little bit of an army going on, don't we? Oh, we're just going. Okay, sure. I like that we put Save Rock first. Good plan. I'm gonna meet some auctioneers. Sorry, somebody said smoking and I was like, Jinsung? Uh-oh. I'm suddenly even more uncomfortable. You know, he's probably there because he heard that like Violet was here and he's always like keeping an eye on him. I feel more uncomfortable now because I'm like, oh god, anything could happen. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Everyone just stay calm. All right, let's do this. I had to make myself a cup of tea to help regulate myself. The moment I was like, oh, this is what we're doing. We're doing Foog showing up. We're doing Jinsung of all of them to show up. Cool. A lot of stuff happened. A lot. Oh, interesting. You're talking about CU here, and we've got Sachi and Khun. Khun specifically is like centered. I would have been like Violet. Are we zeroing in on those two instead? Obviously, probably Violet is also like part of this. I just noticed that my shoulders are like really tense. I'm like, relax, it's fine. Yeah, apparently we're just going. It seemed to be a special case, doesn't it? Yeah, that's probably also part of it too. There's a little bit of a revolution happening. Distract in the midst of that. Yeah, because your clothes are going to be a huge marker for this. Of course, I forget that Khun is a master of disguise, as we saw at the workshop battles. I feel like saying, oh, there won't be any problems. There's going to be some problem along the way. I'm just waiting for it. Okay, we got a plan. That's good. That's good. Little sound effects. Oh my gosh, did we change our hair? Freaking me out. Great mask. Great cover up. Good job. Yeah, great disguise for Bomb. You gave him a jacket? I guess, but he's not Violet. It's like a little bit easier, right? Like he already cut his hair, so he's like a little bit less known anyway. He's like, I dressed up too much for this. Not really. You just put on a mask. Oh, okay. Speaking of workshop battles. Yeah, I bet there are traps. It's workshop battle related. I think he's unfazed. He's just like, been there, done that. I'm just here to save people. Again, the amount of hostages he has to deal with. We shouldn't be timid. What does that mean from you of all people? I like that we're communicating at least a bit. I guess we do have a divide in who has the names now because we're not all working together. No pressure. Yeah, y'all definitely look inconspicuous. I had no idea who you are. So we got one of the hostage teams. Oh, look at the glasses. No idea who she is. Are we still tired? Or are we just put out? Okay, 4 and 4. Gotcha. The fact that there's like a maze to have to go through. Why is there always a maze of some kind? I don't know. The fact that you're like, there's a possibility, but it's slow just means that's going to be something we deal with. When have things ever gone the way they're supposed to? That sucks. To be like, if you made it that far and like you're trying to save people and then it just wasn't enough, like you just couldn't stop like that final part of it. Oh, all of them were from the great families? Whomst were they? I feel like Ran is like, interesting. Yeah, there seems a lot of anger here and I get it. I get it if this is what you're like dealing with. Stresses me out. What is Ron's landing plan? You were like asleep a second ago. Oh. We seem to have alerted them. I love every time it's just like somewhere. It's like non-specified. It's somewhere around there. You didn't think there'd be hostages? That seems to be like this whole thing is like we take hostages regularly and we sell them. We use people as bargaining chips for power. No one thought there was going to be a hostage possibility. I forgot that I want to make him my servant anyway. Bad, Endorsi. Slavery. Bad. Shibuya was like trying his best. Ooh, poor guy. He's going through it. Where is Anak? She's still in the booth with the transmissions or whatever? He didn't lose easily. He even went full size. I didn't get to see any of it, which is probably good for my health, but still. Interesting that they like tried to lure him out and it didn't work, and now he's involved. Inietta? I don't know if that's how you say it. The Aries guy. Okay, there's Anak. Just like floating like a backpack. Don't split up. Stick together. Splitting up always ends badly. I feel like you don't like that you were not chosen. Oh, that also might be part of it. Yeah, like genius disguises. No one will ever know who it is. I don't know. Is it again distraction? Separations? They don't know what's going on. Also true. One army for another, right? Like they have all of the no-named on their side, then Kaiser having all of the named there is also a bit of an incentive to deal with those numbers. Yes, so politely. Do we know an insider? Are we gonna find one of them? Conveniently? Hello? A little scary goblin looking thing. Oh, there's one of the bosses. Oh, you're the toxic waste. We meet again. Bring me Violet. About that. Cool. Super powerful, conveniently in front of us. We need an insider to tell us what we need. And just to collect names in general. So I'm assuming we're fighting that one. The fact that you're like, it's too dangerous to fight me, or choose past quietly. I'm like, I feel like that's not what's gonna happen. If only we had a Violet that could fight. I love the no further communication needed. Just like, Khun, he's like, yeah, we can ask that one. After that whole rundown of, he's one of the most powerful, it'd be too dangerous to take him down here. We should just pass by quietly. And they're like, it's perfectly good. One of the bosses right there that we can just ask. Get the information we need. I think that this won't take long. Do you have a little be free on your shoe? cute. Oh, they're taking down one of the bosses. Don't worry about it. Excuse me. He's so polite. And he's just, can you tell me not to interrupt, not to inconvenience you? Sweet darling child. I like how he introduces himself. So I'm like, I'm the 25th bomb. He's so cute. That's our cinnamon bun. He can kill you though. Excuse me, can you stop stepping on people? He always has a plan. Let's just look at him. Sweet darling. The threat there. You're such a cutie pie. He's not. His friends have been captured and he's also not able to help his other friends. And there's just a lot of manipulation going on here and he's not for it. Ooh, they are small toads in a pond. Yeah, it's like it's easier to be powerful here because you're tucked away in the station. But are you actually powerful or are you just hiding from powerful people that you couldn't beat on the outside? How do you end up here? Sass. Love it. It's a little bit of a death wish, but he's also in a really bad mood. Example 1. He really wants his friends back. I love that he's just, I'm not a god, so sometimes I don't always do the best thing. I'm like, that seems a little bit ambiguous. I don't need to be righteous. Ooh, I have a right to be angry. Yes, you do. After everything that's happened, a little bit of rage is not unjust. And for me, they hurt Rock, so I am all for rage. Unleash it. I already said it. I was like, go VLA on them for the greater good, if that's what you need. Especially with Khun, who's like, we got a plan? Yes, unleash it. You picked a fight with the wrong people, right? Yep. And I'm extremely angry right now. Dang, what a way to end. Whew, I'm a little bit excited, honestly. Like, I know, okay, anger is never the answer. Violence is never the answer, blah, blah, blah. This is a fictional world, so I can feel whatever I want because no one's actually getting hurt. But yeah, hurt them a lot. Pain. Lots and lots of pain. What a wild way to end that chapter. I feel like a lot of this was exposition, right? Just a lot of like information being thrown at us because we need to know the basics of what's going on with the festival and the auction and the way that we're breaking in because we need all that information before we get into the action stuff. But the fact that they're like, oh, we will be able to figure all this out unless we have one of the bosses. And they're like, okay, we need to find one of those. One just conveniently dropped down in front of us. And we're like, awesome, great. And the fact that there was like no conversation between Bomb and Khun, they were just like perfectly fine for us because for all of this of being like Bomb is angry and I have a right to be angry, people keep messing with me and now they're messing with my friends. They're manipulating us. They're trying to make us fight each other and they're like enslaving people and like auctioning them off, right? All of this is like getting like to that like justice part of who Bomb is, right? And he now has a tremendous amount of power to use to his advantage in fighting all of this. But we also have Khun, right? And Khun was like a little bit distraught about the whole like Rock being defeated and kidnapped, right? So not only are we dealing with an angry Bomb, who at least has like some sense of justice in him, we're dealing with an angry and distraught Khun. And that is a very dangerous thing to have, especially when they team up together. Like they've joined forces. Very dangerous. You have kidnapped the wrong member of this team by taking Rock of all people. And I also feel like I think he's awake. I think he's pretending. I think he's biding his time and getting a plan together because he knows that he has to get out and he knows that he has to get the other hostages out. And I feel like he's coming up with a plan because I've said it before, for every like external thing of Rock being very much this hot-headed fight, just gonna throw yourself into the heat of battle, almost like comedic relief character and a lot of things, he is very strategic minded. There are times in which Khun has not told him the plan and he knows what the plan is because he can figure it out, because if there's anything that he knows, it's like how to strategize and like hunt and understand like his environment and who he's hunting down. He is very powerful, but he is also not dumb, despite the fact that he checks off the boxes for like a like all muscle no brains kind of character. And that's part of like why him and Khun work, right? Like it's not just that they met all the way back at the beginning of season 1 and were like teamed up together. It's also because like they understand each other, right? It's like when Bomb just looked at Khun and he was like, Khun, that one? And they're like, yeah, totally. Like they didn't have to talk about it because those three understand each other and they get it just by a look between each other. I'm sure that Rock has an idea of what the plan is going to be. I'm sure he has an idea of what needs to happen and he's going to be like strategizing and coming up with his own things. And it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting if we're just like letting Bomb go. All that VOA power mixed with the rage. It's going to be an interesting time, but I hope you enjoyed reading that along with me. You can click this playlist to go to my previous reactions, or you can subscribe to the next time I post Tower of God video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.